Slip my shoes off. I spilled some water on my chest. That is not breast milk. It's hot. Oh, it is hot. It's like still like 80 degrees or something. I don't know. It feels a little cooler because I'm sweating, but also the breeze is coming in a little bit. It's been so hot. And now I can really feel the hair on the back of my neck. It is weird, but it's okay. I'll get used to it. By the way, I'm much closer to getting a job now. I finally went through the other orientation. I almost forgot what time it was. I was like, oh shit! I started a few minutes late, but I didn't miss anything the first, few minutes. So I went through that whole bit of the application process, thank goodness. And now what remains is another week, and then I'm going to get like a counselor appointed to me, or an advisor or something. Counselor, I think. Someone who will help set me up with a job directly now that I'm enrolled with this agency to get work from them. So that's really great. Another week though. I need money fast. But this is good, and hopefully my bank will work with me if I got to delay my credit card payments. I don't want to have to pay a bunch of extra fees because I'm late and I already owe over $1,000 over the limit, so it's not like I'll be able to use it. Or I can just tell them, well, look, I'm just going to not close the card. I'll just walk into the woods and leave, and you'll never find me. So that's one option. Or the other option is delay a payment, lower my interest. I'll just lower my balance. Don't worry about it. You guys don't gotta worry about it, So I'm getting closer to a job. I gotta wait another week though to call back, and then this job placement company is gonna set me up with a counselor who I guess will work with me to actually get me a job, even though I'm trying to apply for one specifically. But anyway, so that's great progress. Great to hear. And these jobs pay pretty well, like 17 bucks an hour. Not enough to live on, really, but because even if you're doing that 40 hours a week, you can't get your own apartment. You can barely get your own room if you got any other kinds of bills. They talk about, oh, work hard. If you're homeless, work hard. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Yeah, I've been broke, so I've had to pay for stuff on my credit card. And now I got all these extra fees, and so what I would be paying in rent, basically, I'll be paying on my credit card every month. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. So today and yesterday I've been dealing with my radiator. It hasn't overheated since yesterday. I put in coolant, but I was trying to diagnose what the problem is, and I was realizing the radiator cap does not go all the way on, meaning it won't snap on. It keeps turning and turning, and that hasn't always been the case with the other car I had, the Civic. But this car, it started, I think, with this radiator cap I got a few months ago, and I noticed part of the plastic threading flaked off, and I was trying to figure out, well, what do I do? What does that mean? Can I just replace the little housing where it goes in? Nope, that's attached to the whole radiator, cheap piece of plastic. So you can't really repair it. And I was talking to someone who's very helpful. He actually commented on the previous video, Brian. He said, if the thread is cracking, and you can't you can't lock the radiator cap on, that also means that the radiator itself, because it's plastic, could be cracking and eventually crumble, and it could be a terrible time for you to get that. So I'm like, yeah, that's true. So it may just mean, first of all, keep monitoring the coolant and stuff, because it's slowly leaking, but I haven't been driving a ton during the pandemic, and once I get more, once I get a job, I'm going to be driving a lot more, so that could accelerate the problem of losing coolant, overheating and stuff. But I'm going to keep monitoring it, And basically what it means is I think it's best, and this is what Brian recommended, but I came to the conclusion, yeah, it sounds best if the threading on where the radiator cap goes on is cracking, and this cheap plastic radiator, then that means the radiator itself is pretty old. It could be cracking elsewhere, maybe not, but either way, even if it was just that, this little quarter of a centimeter that's cracked and I can't lock the radiator cap so coolant vents out, I got to get a new radiator. So that's the big repair I'm looking at. And rather than pay a mechanic to do it, I looked up how to do it on my Camry. This seems like a pretty simple job, a straightforward job. It involves several steps, so I want to make sure I have all the tools beforehand. I don't have, I have most of the tools actually. All I need is like a 19 millimeter socket, I think. Actually, I got to check too. I tested the 10 millimeter. I just wanted to make sure it works there, but I want to make sure I have all the sockets that I need. If not, I'll buy a set of sockets. I only have random socket sizes that I got from Home Depot when I was trying to put the starter on my car, my old Civic. And I need a drain pan, a big like plastic jug to pour that coolant in, because I'm going to put new coolant into the new radiator. And on the plastic, on the old coolant from the old radiator, I want to dispose of that properly. By the way, never let that seep out onto the street. Animals could drink it up and die, get poisoned, and it tastes sweet. So I don't know why they don't do something to make it taste bitter, but animals could drink that stuff up. So that's why I have a drain pan, have a big plastic jug that seals up, and no, I got to look up where to dispose of it properly as well. I don't know if I can bring it to AutoZone or something. And I'll finally get to use my AutoZone rewards card, because you can only use it if you buy $20 or more of stuff. And every purchase I made at AutoZone in the last year or whatever has been like $5 to $15. So I'm going to get a radiator from AutoZone with a limited lifetime warranty. About $100. That's the one I'm planning on. I don't have the money yet. I gotta wait till I get a job, and I'll be driving more, LA traffic. But so I'm hoping I don't keep overheating. And it's not an emergency. Just I can't lock the radiator cap on the radiator because the plastic's broken off a little at the mounting where it goes on. That's what I realized is the problem. At least as far as I can tell. So, got to get a new radiator, and so I'm going to make sure I have all the tools. Again, I think all I need is a 19 millimeter socket, but no, it looks like there's a smaller one I need too. I'm not sure. And the weird thing is, I don't even know what size one of the sockets I have is. I tried it, but it wouldn't quite fit. It was too big for one of the bolts that go on, or nuts. But the thing is, they were in my last car in a cloth bag, and when my car was crashed into in the trunk, I had antifreeze in the trunk. I think that's what it was. I don't know what else I had in there. But basically, whatever was in there, it was coolant or something, went everywhere, got over a bunch of stuff, and it corroded itself. So now it got on some of the sockets, so I can't even read what the millimeter size of it is, which is not a big deal. I'll probably get a set of sockets anyways, because I just have a few individual ones that I was buying for my old Civic when I was putting the starter on, and I parked at Home Depot to do it so I could just walk in and buy some more. But yeah, I'll probably get a set of sockets, and I want to do it myself and of course film it. And it seems pretty simple. I've watched several people do it, because some people don't explain all the steps and then fill it up with coolant and burp the radiator properly, do it like 3 times or 2 times to get all the air out of the radiator. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. And I'm going to have to wait till I get this job, and I got to wait at least another week to get, now that I went forward with the application, to get placed with a counselor at this job placement company who's going to help me get a job. Hey everyone. In the parts lot? What do you mean park in the parts lot? What's the parts lot? It's been smoky, Drake. Scotty Kilmer's not going to do a collaboration with me. He doesn't need my help. He has over 1 billion views and over 3 million subscribers on YouTube, and he lives in Texas, and I see Drake, and I live in California. Wow, thank you, M. I was about to call you Macy because I was thinking of Macy Gray, but thank you. I got your, yes, I see it on my phone. I appreciate that a lot. That will all go towards my tools and the radiator. And drain pan. I need more shop towels as well. Maybe I'll get some rags in case, any coolant spills. Again, you do not want to let any coolant spill out onto the road. If you do, pat it down. I've read some sites say put sand or kitty litter on it and let it, dry up for like 2 hours, because animals could go by and lick it and it's poison. So, especially if they're thirsty and they think it's water. So, I got to pick a good time of day to do it and all, but it doesn't seem like a really difficult job on my Camry. Thank goodness there's lots of working room. So basically, I just need a good set of bolts. I have needle nose pliers to get the clamps off. I could use a regular set of pliers, because the needle nose pliers, it's a little too, the way the pressure goes down, like onto the clamps to remove the hoses from the radiator, it seems like it's a little too sharp, the pressure, where it could like potentially bend them or crack them in a way. And also, Scotty Kilmer, I was watching him talking about how to keep your car from overheating. He talked about getting AT205 or something, but it's like a rubber preserver that you spray on the hoses in your radiator, and you can spray on like the rubber that's like lining the molding of the trim of the doorway and stuff, to preserve it so the hoses don't get brittle and crack and they stay flexible. And so I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to get that too and put it in a spray bottle. It comes in a regular bottle, and you got to put it in a spray bottle. Okay, apparently it doesn't. I don't know. I could have sworn I tasted it at some point. What the hell, Drake? You said the exact same thing as M. Gray? What, did you forget to switch out of your accounts? Hello, FF. FF. Auto parts. Oh, I don't know if they allow that at auto parts stores. Maybe they do, because I've seen people do it all the time, and I think I even asked once if you can do work on your car in the parking lot. Maybe that would be a good idea to do. Main thing is, I'm always concerned about working on my car in an area where, one, if I get stuck there, I can't park overnight, but two, where you're not allowed to do that. I think the area I'm in Burbank, for the most part, they don't care. There's literally 2 guys with their hoods up right now, including the van with the many changing coats of paint. Is here getting more work done. Looks like the battery's being changed out or something. So I can't really afford to do much yet on this radiator, but I want to get about $100 radiator from AutoZone, and get the socket set, and finally use that AutoZone rewards card. And I might as well get a new roll of shop towels. And rags I can get at dollar store or something. Rags in case I have spills of coolant. A drain pan, a big plastic jug to pour the coolant in to dispose of it properly. Do not just throw it in the regular trash. And and a temperature sensor. I read about that too. This one tutorial I read said look for that, see if there's cracking or flaking on the O-ring. I'm like, well, you have no idea until you take apart the radiator, and if I see that, then I'll be stuck. So I'll just go ahead and buy one. Or maybe I'll do it in the parking lot of an AutoZone, and that way if I do need one, I didn't spend the money needlessly, then I'll go in and buy one. I don't know. But then I got to make sure they have it beforehand, and I hate asking. So, I don't know. Get a Subway gift card. I don't eat at Subway. Yeah, maybe I'll do it in the parking lot of an AutoZone. The thing is, though, I want to do this like in the evening towards the night. And AutoZone, they close at 11. But then again, I've seen cars parked there late at night. So, they don't care. This whole area, it's kind of poor. So, people don't care about that stuff. So yeah, maybe I'd do that. I'm just saying that because in case I get stuck and I can't finish it, you know, I'll be stuck there for the night, and I'd have to get a tow to a mechanic. But you know, I'm prepared to do that. If I need to, it's worth it for the chance to try. But I'm reasonably sure that I can do this. Very simple. You don't need a ton of tools. It's basically just know the steps, connect everything carefully, disconnect everything carefully, and that's it. And, you know, don't bang stuff around. So it's pretty simple. And I'm looking forward to having a car that the coolant is right. Also, maybe I should get an air filter on my car. I don't know how the air filter's doing. I haven't even looked at the air filter, I think, ever on this car, even when I bought it. So I should look at that and see, because there's so much smog in the air in LA. And not just smog, but like dust and stuff that gets on my car. I finally cleaned it today. I went and got some more car detailer spray, $7 bottle. It's like this big, but you know, there's a ton of stuff that lands on your car that was never in Virginia. So maybe the air filter does need replacing already. I don't know. So I got to look at it and see. And that way, the reason I'm saying all this, I want to buy all the stuff at AutoZone so I get those AutoZone rewards points, because they don't give you any discounts or whatever unless you buy at least $20 worth of stuff. And every time I've been to AutoZone, I don't think I've had a chance to use my AutoZone rewards card once, because every time I'm only getting $5 to like $18 worth of stuff. If I get stuck, some people will help me out in the lot. Yeah, maybe. What did I have for dinner? Good question, because I was starving all day. I was busy with some stuff. I was actually at Sunspace. I'm going to help run some of the live streams, some of the Thursday night jazz live streams, and potentially Saturday live streams. By the way, watch Unusual Tuesdays on Tuesday night on Sunspace's Twitch channel. They're so funny, so interesting, and they take calls. So you can call into the local meteorologist, Austin Drizzles, who does only the local weather, and he decides the weather. And he takes calls, and you can call him and talk to him. And he's played by Noel, who runs Sunspace, who's so nice to me, who lets me work out of there and you know, edit videos there and make some little food there. Call in. It's really funny. I called in last night. It was a really good bit. And click like, everybody. Helps the video out. Really need the support. I need to make all I can get. And also, by the way, last night, so I did that 4-hour stream last night. After that, I was parked somewhere by a McDonald's. There was a long line at the drive-thru. I wasn't at McDonald's. I was down the street. Some guy gets out, starts fucking screaming at the guy in front of him in a truck to move out of the way. He's like, "Get the fuck out of the way! Move, you bitch!" He's like, "You're taking too long!" And he was screaming at him, almost going up to the window of the guy in the truck. Maybe he was taking too long. I don't know. Some people, they just fucking pains in the asses once they get to a register. Like, "Oh, okay. Oh, you're gonna have a special on the McDouble next week? Oh, interesting. Did you hear about that, Charles, Louise? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I'll see you then. Hey, which shift are you working? So anyways, this guy was screaming. The guy he went back in his car. The guy in the truck still stayed there for like another minute or something. The guy got out, yelled, "Man, hurry up, man, or I'm gonna shoot you!" He was screaming he was gonna shoot him. And eventually, the guy didn't seem like he was in a hurry. I didn't see who was in the truck, but it was like a 35, 40-year-old guy. It seemed kind of muscular. Again, I was down the street in the drive-thru. And again, it was a long line of cars in the drive-thru. And the guy just kept screaming at it, and it's like, oh man, and what are the McDonald's servers going to do? Say no to the guy now? You got to leave? It's like, no, fuck it, give him his food. And then even as the guy in the truck drove away, the other guy was trying to lean out the passenger window practically, like shout out the passenger window as he was driving by him, screaming at him some more. So that was pretty wild. All right, Drake, thanks for watching. Hello, James. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. I gotta get more, whatever. I gotta get the channel. YouTube shares the videos more when you click like, engage, and all that. I don't know how many more live streams I want to do. Really, I'm just always pressed for time no matter what, but they're kind of easy to make lately. And when I make the video, it's funny, I'm kind of tempted to just do a live stream of myself replacing the radiator. It's like, I don't want to, I'm so lazy, I don't want to set up a camera in multiple angles and film it and stop, and the sun will be burning me up and stuff, and then it'll get but maybe I'll just wait till evening and do it. I'm trying to think exactly where would I want to do it so I still have some light to work with, like under a street light, because certain streets you can't park on after a certain time, but there's plenty you can. Man, I'm still kind of hungry because I barely ate today. I was busy at Sunspace doing stuff. I applied to get this job placement firm that's going to help me now. Finally, I'm moving forward with my job application. I got to wait another week because they're going to place me with a counselor who's going to help me get a job. But again, I'm trying to disinfect buildings. That would be really great. And also, you know, I got to make money to pay my bills and get this radiator. But the kind of messed up thing, on the other hand, I'll be driving more, and just hopefully the car, but I got plenty of coolant, you know, if I need it, just hopefully the car doesn't overheat, and hopefully I don't crack a head gasket or something, because this car is so amazing, it's so great, I would hate to mess up the car like that. And I mainly worry about that if I'm stuck in traffic, if there's no shoulder, if I can't pull off anywhere, that would be really bad. Even if I'm stuck for 2 minutes with the car overheating, that's scary. So I'm just going to keep checking the coolant pretty often. For now, I'm not driving much at all, but the radiator, the top of it will not, the cap cannot lock on because the like stop on the like, you know, where you, it's almost like, you know, a milk jug when you put down the cap, but there should be a little plastic stop where you hit it and then it's totally sealed. Well, the stop broke off or something, it cracked. It must have cracked a while ago because it just keeps turning. It gets kind of tight, but it never locks, and I'm thinking maybe this is how the car is losing coolant, because the radiator cap can't lock on. So as Brian pointed out as well, he's a viewer, and he actually found me after my video where my old car was overheating, my Honda Civic, at a red light in Arlington, where I was trapped there for like 20 minutes at a red light because the damn sensor didn't work and they wouldn't fix it after I emailed them. And I was stuck there at like 2 or 3 in the morning. And I got in the news too, that was funny. He said, you know, if that's breaking, if the plastic on that's breaking off, other plastic could be breaking off in the radiator, and it may break at the most inopportune time, and you're better off just replacing it. So I'm gonna get a $100 radiator. That's they got a $80 or $70 one and a $123 one or something on AutoZone, or at AutoZone. I get the middle version. I don't need the really expensive one, and I just need some sockets. I'll probably get a socket set, I guess, just so I finally have a whole set. Because I don't know which sizes I need exactly. They say 10 and 19 millimeters, but I don't know if I have one that's over 19. I can't read the front of it. Something got corroded on it. I can't read what size it is, but I tried putting it on one of the bolts, and it was too big. So I'm like, is this over 19? I don't know. I can't tell. And I gotta try with some of my other sockets. I just have some random socket sizes from when I was trying to pick out parts to put in my new starter on my old car. I'm gonna see if I got some more food in my trunk. Oh, I never asked Drake's question. What did I eat for dinner? I had chicken teriyaki bowl from Jack in the Box. Nice and healthy, some carbs, broccoli, chicken. Alright, I'm gonna check my trunk. Oh, and also, this damn driver's side door, it's getting to the point where it's impossible to put my key in it. And something's getting corroded or jammed in there, and I don't want it to strip or break my key. That would be a disaster. I already broke off my other key in the trunk. That's bad enough. But Anyways, I'm gonna get some. See if I have food in my trunk. I don't even know. I hope I have another tuna pack. I didn't have more tuna that I could find, so I'm drinking my last muscle milk protein shake. And here's the last of my ramen noodles, throwing these away. Also, I've decided I'm not complaining about my weight anymore because I keep complaining about it. And if I'm going to complain about it, it's within my control. I got to do something about it. Yeah, well, okay, that's the thing. Yeah, hey, Nordic Rider. Oh boy, you missed the big announcement. I'll tell you soon. Yeah, I might get graphite spray. That's the next thing I'll try. I actually tried that on my old car, my Civic. I had a similar problem where I couldn't unlock the car, and also the power lock and unlock button didn't work on the car and the driver's side. And I tried putting like pencil shavings in there. I thought that somehow would work, like lead pencil or something, I think. I made a video of it. It's on YouTube. Tens of thousands of people have watched it because they thought I had a solution for it. In the video, I was just totally stuck. But I may have tried putting graphite spray in there too, and just nothing worked. I had to get it replaced at the dealer from the dipshit service advisor who just didn't want to help me. And he's stuck working a shitty job anyways. And fuck the dealers, but if I have to go to a dealer, I guess I will. It's not something I'd want to try to fix myself. And a lot of mechanics, I think not a lot, just mechanics can't fix it, you know, unless they're at the dealer. But I'm not so worried about that now. I can go in the passenger side and unlock the car. Oh yeah, anyways, whatever. Yep, the automatic door thing was shitty on my old Civic, 2005 Civic. And when they fixed it, still the power lock thing didn't work. And I wanted to go back in, but this guy was fucking brushing me off. He was such an asshole. I paid $300 for it, and it still didn't work all the way. I was like, oh, screw it. At least I can use the key to get in. So I'm going to have to spend all this money once I get a job just to keep my car running. Holy shit. What the fuck? That's like fucking chalk in here. This thing, it's been in the heat today. Oh my goodness. What's the expiration date on this? August 31st, 2021. I gotta shake it better. Oh man, it is hot. Even now it's kind of cool, but I'm still sweating. My hair is so long. This isn't gonna help. Let me see. Screw it. It's like fucking seaweed or algae or something in there, but whatever. And it tastes fucking sour. refrigerate after opening. This was the opposite of refrigerated. This was super heated today. We got like 104 degrees temperature today, which again, not as unbearable as the humid heat in Virginia. Not that I was outside all day. I was in Sunspace a lot. Go to Sunspace on Facebook and Instagram. Follow them. I keep saying it. They're super helpful to me. They let me work out of there all the time, charge my phone, take shits. They do their live stream shows because they're shut down for the pandemic, and their Unusual Tuesday show is great, and they have a local meteoronomist, he's called Austin Drizzles, who's hilarious, and he takes your calls live. So I called in last night. I called in a few months ago as well. I mean to call in more, and I always have fun calling him, and he's played by Noel, the guy who owns Sunspace. Very funny. You can call in and ask questions, so watch on Twitch on Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and I'm going to be helping now with the live streams on Thursday and Saturdays sometimes, Saturday nights. So I'm going to be over there for that sometimes, at least as long as I'm able to, if a job I get doesn't interfere with it. But I imagine I'll still be able to. I guess it depends on the hours. But yeah, support them, go follow them, help them out, because I want them to keep going. It'd be great if they were still going after the pandemic's over. Chappie, what's up, man? Go to bed. It's early here. I'm in Los Angeles. But Chappie, man, I've been watching a lot of Nathan, or Dad, I should say, lately. Although he does live streams so long, I don't know how he does it. I did a 4-hour live stream yesterday. I made myself sick from talking so much. It was so psychologically disturbing. When I get a job, will I park at the works parking lot? I don't think I'm going to be working at the same place all the time. That's the thing, because if I'm clean, I may be disinfecting buildings. So if that happens, I'll be driving all over LA. Jesus, fuck, this is disgusting. Fuck, man. You're right, maybe put some water in it. Holy shit. Just shake it up. I don't think that's gonna really help. But yeah, I've been watching Dad. His videos have been great lately. Everybody, by the way, go to Nathan Barnott's channel and Dad Plays and Superhouse. Subscribe to all those channels because Chappie here supports them. That's how I met Chappie. But also, Nathan's having a hard time living in LA. The acting jobs aren't coming because of the pandemic. And he pays a huge amount in bills, rent, and the Dad videos don't perform the same as they used to because he says YouTube doesn't put the videos out in the recommended, feed like they used to. So go support him, subscribe to Dad and Superhouse and Nathan Barnett and stuff, and tell him Angelo sent you. And by the way, I worked with Nathan my second day in LA. We did the drunkest guy on the beach together video, and we almost worked together on something else, but I ended up I don't know if he ended up needing help, but also I ended up having a freak last minute thing where I flew back to Virginia for 9 days and was working on something there. And that actually also was the last time I saw my dad, so that was, it was good to be there. Yeah, so how's my car? Okay, let me turn this off. I know it's going to be dark, but just bear with me. So yeah, so the deal with my car, it was overheating yesterday. I filled it with coolant, burped it a little bit, not a ton, but filled it up. What I realized, I think the problem is basically the housing where you put the radiator cap on has been shorn away a little bit. Basically, it's gotten brittle, it's old, and the stop that's on there, this little, I don't know how to describe, it's just like this, at a certain point you pull it tight, it won't go any tighter. There's a little stop that the prongs of the radiator cap hit that are supposed to make it lock. However, geez, weird people walking by. It broke off months ago, or if not before I got the car, and that's why it was overheating. It got a little brittle, the top of the radiator, which is plastic, cheap plastic of course, and it broke off. And I noticed it kind of, flaking off when I got my new radiator cap. Now, I haven't driven a ton in the last few months, so the car was fine basically, and I checked the coolant weeks after the first time I filled it up, and it was still full. But it started overheating yesterday. I was checking it more today, trying to figure out why would it be doing this, and the radiator cap will not lock on. It just keeps spinning and spinning. I can get it fairly tight, but it's not locked on, so I'm thinking it's not tight enough a seal. As the coolant heats up, it starts venting out. So if that's the case, maybe the radiator's too old. Brian, who has been helpful to me, he commented on the last video. He said maybe just get a new radiator. It's time for that. So I'm like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. I can do it myself. I looked up how to do it. It may be dry rotted, yeah. I don't know if, what's the gasket you're referring to? Basically, yeah, the top, it's like the housing for the radiator. I put up a video today. Look at that, because I show it in detail for like 4 minutes. I was looking at it and saying, look, the radiator cap will not lock on. It just keeps spinning and spinning. It gets a little tighter, but I think that's what prevents it from just, losing coolant too quickly. And yet at the same time, Brian was telling me, we were talking on Facebook, he said, this could break, the radiator could crack and crumble or whatever at the worst potential time, at like 2 in the morning somewhere or something, or in heavy traffic. So best to get it replaced soon probably. So I said, okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I looked up videos, instructions, how to replace it myself. I don't want to pay hundreds of dollars to a mechanic. I'm like, I can do it myself and film it. And all I need are a few extra tools. I actually have, I think, the sockets I need, but I may need 1 or 2 more sockets. So I may just get a set of sockets, so I just have a full set. I don't know, but I got to get a job first and get money for. I saw a $100 radiator with a limited lifetime warranty. That seems like a good one at AutoZone. They have a cheaper one, a more expensive one. I'll just get the middle range one because also, this car, it's in good shape. I just hit 180,000 miles yesterday or today, but I don't need a radiator that lasts 250,000 miles or whatever. No radiator lasts that long, does it? But yeah, need a new radiator, so I'll get that. A drain pan, a plastic jug to put the coolant in and dispose of it properly. Pliers. I have needle nose pliers for getting the clamps off, but needle nose isn't as good. It could bend or break them, the clamps on the hoses. So I get regular pliers. I have a screwdriver for prying off some of the stuff. I need more shop towels. I want this like AT205 or something, like rubber preserver spray, and I'll spray that on the hoses to make sure they stay flexible for a long time. Scotty Kilmer was talking about that. And also there's a temperature sensor that goes in the condenser fan. And I was watching a tutorial on this, and it said check the O-ring on it to make sure it's not rotted or cracked. I'm like, well, you don't know it's rotted or cracked until you take it out, so maybe I'll just get a new one anyways and put it in. Or maybe I'll just, what Lauren was saying, park my car at AutoZone, do it there, so that way if I take it out and I do need a new temperature sensor, I'll just go into AutoZone, get another one, even though I despise waiting in line there. It's so uncomfortable because you never know if people think you're trying to cut them, if you're waiting in the line where you're buying stuff and other people are waiting in line where you're asking for help, and because of the social distancing, people don't know, like, you're waiting in line, and it was very uncomfortable for me. Well, that's the thing. I don't need parts, really. Wait, so Nordic Rider, do I need new gaskets and rubber rings and the bushings? Because I assumed I could just this is what I saw in the tutorials I saw. Just take them off the old, off the radiator and put it on the new one. Do I really need new ones of all that? Let's see if this bullshit is less chalky now. Kind of. Still tastes like fucking Dimetapp or something. Wow. I can't drink more of this. Fuck this. Oh, that was nasty. Oh, that was gross. Yes, I'm very conservative on my money. And can I afford gas easily? No. Gas is expensive in LA. Look at this muscle milk. How nasty it is. That's clumps of muscle milk there. Pour some water on it to rinse it away. But I can't afford a radiator until I get this new job, which it looks like I'm gonna get probably. But I went through this another part of the application today. It's not even for the job itself. It's for a job placement organization that helps people who need help getting work. And I have to wait another week. And then I'm going to talk to a counselor is going to be placed to me. And then I'll work with the counselor to finally get the job. So hopefully I get it soon because I need money. Whether it's full-time, part-time, I mean, I'll live with it either way. Mind over matter. I'm still going to be broke, but that's okay. I need the money to fix up the car, pay down my credit card, which it's barely going to make any difference. Hey, Esteban. No, I'm not going to Aldi's. I don't know where Aldi's is around here. I went there in Virginia, but Food Bank's cheaper. I got everything there now, unless... well, basically about half the month I'll get stuff with my food stamp card. And once I run out of money on that, then I'll go to the food bank the rest of the month for the most part. Yeah, I did go to Jack in the Box tonight. That's because the food bank was closed. And I was busy during the day. So hopefully that's the other thing. If I get a job, I don't know if I can keep my food stamp card because I got to report that income. And I don't know what the eligibility on that is. Either way, even if I lose the food stamp card, I don't know if I'll be able to get all the food I need at the food bank, so that means I'm going to be spending more money out on food. So you see, it like never ends, the bills. But it'll be an experience and whatever. Maybe I'll do this Radiator video and I'll be the next Scotty Kilmer. Man, I could use a haircut. It's okay. Sometimes, like about early in the day, like 1/3 through the day, my hair finally settles into a good position. All other parts of the day, I look like just a diseased rat or something, the way my hair is. And it's just too much. And now I can feel it on the back of my neck. It's really weird. Oh, that's right. Aldi's. I never got a cart when I went to Aldi's, and I know you rent a cart for $0.25. That's a good system, but I never used a cart in my life there. I always just brought my own bag and went ahead and just bagged up my own food. But they had some good stuff there, man. Really good. I liked it. And plus, the good thing for shopping for food in Virginia in the winter is you can put cold food in the trunk of your car and it keeps fresh. So I would put yogurt, spinach in there, sometimes sliced chicken meat, and put it in the trunk of my car because it would stay cold all the time. Here, that's not possible, Oh man, it is hot. Wish I had a sunroof on this car. But yeah, so I figure, gonna have to spend, let's see, about $100 for the radiator. If I do get a set of sockets, if I do need that in a wrench, what's that? At least another 20, 30 bucks. 130 drain pan plus a big plastic jug. Say another 100. Okay, I mean not another 100. Let's just say $160 right there. Maybe more, maybe less. Shop towels. I have some, but I need more. May as well get another bottle of the car detailer. That's $15 for a decent sized bottle of it. So that's a lot of money. And I'm overall looking at probably around $200 potential. Do I really need the rings and bushings and seals and stuff though? You think I can't just put them on from what I have now? Oh, it's such a tedious thing. And also the new temperature sensor that goes in the condenser fan. I don't know if I can use my old one or not. I'm also wondering, if the radiator's getting old enough to where it's literally cracking and like dry rotting and getting brittle, maybe I should just replace it all to be safe and, have the assurance of, good parts in my car. Buying a cooler? No, because I don't have any room for it. And also, it's so hot, it doesn't matter. It's gonna spoil any cold food I have. Oh, that's good, Lauren. Yeah, sardines are good. And canned chicken. I would get that too from a dollar store. And at this one deli, they have canned salmon. That's really good. $4 for a nice can of salmon. If it was leaking and not overheating, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Why not? Spend the extra money, do it all. And then, after it's all done, burp the car or burp the radiator thoroughly. So run it with the, idle the car, rev the engine a little bit with the radiator cap off, fill it with more coolant, do it again, this time with the heat low, fill it with coolant, do it another time with the heat high, and see if it needs any more coolant. If not, just seal it up. And should be good to go. And I got that long-lasting coolant on this. The previous owner used the really long-lasting stuff, so hopefully I never need to change it again. I don't know. Hopefully I can keep this car for a long time. I already know it also needs a new lock, probably, on the driver's side door. Yeah, maybe the graphite spray will help, but I don't know. I don't think so. And also the handle on the passenger side door exploded one day in my hand and broke off, so it's only partly there and cheap plastic. So this car is getting brittle. It's funny, the engine's going, it's all the plastic shit that's breaking, and the lock for the key, and the trunk key. The key broke off in the trunk because I kept sticking the key in and then raising the trunk with it, and it just snapped off one day, so it's stuck in there. I got to get that out. Hey, happy life. Alright, so I'll remember that. Get all the seals, bushings, gaskets, whatever. Oh, I don't know if actually someone took the hubcap or not. Yeah, that was on an old video. I figure it may have just flown off my car. I don't know. Oh well, I don't care. If it makes my car look less valuable, good. That's why I hope people see all the junk in my car if they, think about stealing it and they're like, it's not worth it. But then again, I guess that wouldn't stop anyone if they really want to. Motherfuck, it is hot. God damn it, I have all the windows down. Oh, the wind is not blowing. Sweating like a freaking pig. That's right, yeah. And actually, when I bought this car, I went underneath and tapped at the frame to make sure it wasn't rotting. The guy who owned it, he was like, he thought it was funny. He's like, you must be, like, we're in California. It's not going to rot here. He's like, yeah, if you're north or something where it's colder, yeah, it might. But there's no salt on the roads for snow. That was a thing. That's a thing in a lot of the country, but around here. So the frame is basically perfect on this car. It was all in good shape. You could hear that metal resonate when I was tapping at it. So frame's in good shape. It's all the plastic junk it's breaking. Well, one piece of plastic junk, the door handle and the radiator. The wind is blowing like at 0.2 miles an hour. Please blow faster. Fuck! This is suffocating. Also, I finally got good trash bags. These 13-gallon ones that I love. These things, I got What the fuck is on the dashboard of my car, you son of a bitch, bug? I gotta catch this bug. Don't go away, you bug. It's going into the defrost vents. No, it's going towards them. God damn it, it went down to the defrost vent. Die, you son of a bitch. Wait, maybe I can get it out. Where is it? Yeah, it went down there. Maybe it'll run out. Alright. Gonna run the heat. Nope. It's down there. It's not coming back out. Ah, screw it. But these are the crappy, cheap dollar store ones I've gotten. These things tear under 2 pounds of pressure. So I finally got this decent roll. It was only like $3 or something at Vallarta. Finally got a decent roll of trash bags, and also that aren't 2 inches wide. Get rid of these pieces of shit. These, it feels stronger because I have them folded up like 4 ways, but I'll show you. Throwing these away. Wipe the sweat off my forehead. Open. You try and put anything here that weighs more than 6 ounces, it'll just tear before you know it. Same with this one. Fuck you. Yes, I do have a utility knife, Nordic Rider. I'm not bored. My imagination's going all the time. I've written hundreds of pages on notes for my screenplays, hundreds of pages on my screenplays, and making videos and stuff. I'm not bored. Oh my goodness, it doesn't help at all to open the door. Waiting for this wind to blow. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working this next week on my own stuff, and by a week from today or so I'll have a counselor at this job placement company, and I guess this person will help me get a job. I want that sanitation specialist job where I'd be cleaning buildings. They said for about $17 an hour. Now I get a breeze. So that's good. It's a good start. Even for me, you know, not having rent, I'm basically going to be paying rent with my credit card bill. I don't know if it's full-time or not. You know, I'll do all right either way. Hello, Rachel. Thanks for watching. You know, if it's not full-time, great. I have more free time for myself. If it is full-time, great, I'll make more money. And, you know, get more exercise and stuff. Even though everything about, you know, a job, it makes things more expensive as well. More driving, more wear on my car, more food out, because I have nowhere to, you know, I can't just get my food when I want and have it ready for later. It'd be one thing if I had a home and a fridge and I could just pack my food and bring it with me. And yeah, it might get a little warmer during the day, but it's fine. But I have to get food if I go to the food bank the day before, because food banks only open about 11 hours a day. And it's like 7 in the morning to around 6 at night. And by the way, best place to shop of anywhere, because it's totally laid back. It's no formal anything, you know. It's just you go in, get what you want, go to the counter, and the cashier, they get to you when they get to you, you know. But there's almost never a line there, ever. A lot of times I'll go there, I'll be the only person in there. And So if I can't go there because of the job hours conflict with it, then I'll have to spend more money at a grocery store or eating out, for lunch. And so it's always, more stuff. It's like, how much are you really making if you're working a lot and you don't have a home? It's even more expensive in some ways than having a home. Yes, you'd be paying more in rent, but it's going to be pricey either way. Anyways, but like I said, what's the point of complaining? There's no point. Just do it and see how it goes, I tried dumpster diving before. At Bed Bath & Beyond, they had some like deck chairs that I could have gotten, but I didn't feel like it. And also, at Fair City Mall in Fairfax, the stores are so rich that they have padlocks on their dumpsters. So, yeah, that was not much of an option. And I feel like I was never good at finding out where to dumpster dive. So, that was that. So much for my dumpster diving career. Actually, I did get some cardboard out of a big dumpster behind these few small restaurants in Arlington, Virginia, and I used that cardboard to cut up and spray paint black to put in my windows on my Honda Civic to black out the windows. And I used those for about a year or so before I replaced them. I cut out new ones, I think in California, or I forget if I waited till... Yeah, I think I put in new ones, and because after a while they start to get soft and they don't fill up the windows as well, and then they shrink and stuff. And so, especially in Virginia, because so much moisture would get on them. Then I got this Camry. I made new ones for this, and even those, they still got some time left on them, but after a while they start to fade and lose their strength, their tensile strength. No way, I'm not eating any junk food. Yeah, I'm not trying to eat any unclean food. I gotta go to get a physical, get my health checked and all that, and lose weight as well. And I'm not complaining about losing weight anymore because I've been complaining so much and not doing it. I have done it. I've lost like 14 pounds. I feel like I've gained 40 pounds in the last week. I don't know, but yeah, I don't feel good, so it's like I gotta lose weight too. So I just want to eat to survive, basically. I wonder how comfortably if I can sleep in my car tonight. I've been going to someone's place to sleep last few days. They've been letting me sleep at their place because it's been so warm out. I don't mind trying to sleep in my car, just I don't know. It's a little too warm. Even being a tiny bit too warm to sleep is still way too warm, and I just feel like shit. And also, it was nice sleeping in someone's place a few nights and be able to go up and go to the toilet instead of like, I gotta go in a water bottle, hurry up, aim it right, climb up on my seat, reach for the light when I'm all disoriented. I sleep in the driver's seat. Nordic Rider, I have lots of videos of myself live streaming my own sleep throughout the night in my car. I would literally set up my phone, not this piece of shit phone, because this one keeps cutting out, but I did it on my previous phone where I would film myself sleeping 6, 7, 8 hours, 9 hours maybe a night in my car. And also I'd done it on multiple beds that I've slept on. And I did have one video where I was sleeping in my car and I filmed it, pre-filmed it, and I spent all day, I think at Starbucks rendering it. It was crazy. I was drinking so many fucking teas and leaving my laptop open to render it for like 8 hours. I forget if I was trying to render it at the library too, and I may have put it in my car and left the laptop open and driven to Starbucks after the library closed. I can't remember how I did it. But I think I was at Starbucks all day, and it was crazy because I was at a fucking bench where you got multiple people, and always some dipshit wants to put their stuff next to them, so they're taking up a seat. I feel like that right there, it should be prison violence inflicted on them when you do that. I always want to be like, no, 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 you don't need that seat. That's for a person. You just want it. So I'm glad Starbucks doesn't take people inside now, because people don't deserve it. I'm sorry. If we cannot enforce that rule on people, it must be that indoor seating must be taken away. No, nobody's ever bothered me sleeping except a security guard once woke me up. I was in a very rich area, and I could tell he felt uncomfortable about it, but that was that. I was sleeping in a parking lot in a very rich area, and I was only there because I was working on a movie there, and I was like, instead of just driving there in the morning, I'd rather just drive there the night before, find somewhere to sleep, and I didn't realize like there's hardly anywhere to sleep around here where you can get away with it. So that was it. But no, no one else bothers me, and it's partly because I'm in a poor area where people are sleeping all over the roads. There's no point in trying to stop it. You can go up and down the street and find cars and tents and RVs, mobile homes, people sleeping, night after night in the same spots. So, yeah, nobody cares around here. I've been interrupted sleeping by crazy noises, fighting, a police chase, car crash, my own car, someone threatening to shoot some screaming drunk guy, other dipshits acting weird, one guy smashing stuff in the parking lot, acting like a complete nut, and then running back. He left, ran away, came back, and he cleaned everything up. And then some other dumbass was just parking his car, like watching him in the middle of the lane of a parking lot. And I have some video of this, and he was just strutting around the parking lot. I wanted to be like, you son of a bitch, you want to strut? You want to strut around, you tough, huh? But I didn't want to do that for real. But it was creepier than the guy smashing stuff, because I at least get why you would smash stuff. I don't get why just strutting around a parking lot at 11 o'clock at night, looking around like, what the fuck you do? Fixing to commit violence against someone? And then he had a pickup truck, so he would just lay the, on the back, the tail or whatever, and he would just lie back there. I was like, man, someone should just go up to him and he was lying there with his knees up. I'm like, someone should go up to him, hit him right between the legs, but not seriously. And, because he was just being a creep, and he even kicked some trash, and it was in the direction of my car. I don't think he was trying to hit my car, but that pissed me off too. I wanted to get out and be like, but of course you don't want to pick a fight like that. You don't know, he could have a gun, whatever, but I wanted to be like, oh, you want to kick stuff? Like, here, come on, tough guy. But again, didn't want to do that. And last night, a guy like that who was trying to be a tough guy at the McDonald's drive-thru, I saw him after the live stream last night. I was down the street from a McDonald's. There was a long line at the drive-thru of cars, and this guy in a truck was taking a while, I guess, at the pay window. The guy behind him got out, was fucking screaming at him to hurry up. He's like, hurry up, you bitch! Come on! Stop taking everyone's time! Let's go! And then the guy wasn't hurrying at all. He took like another minute, and the guy slammed on the horn, laid on the horn, got out. He's like, let's go! I'm gonna fucking shoot you! And he was screaming at him, and the guy still didn't rush out. He still took his time to go. So I don't know, maybe the guy deserved it in a way. But it sucks for the McDonald's workers, because what are they gonna do? What are they gonna say? Like, oh no, we're not gonna serve you now? It's like, fuck, if you're threatening to shoot someone here, take your food, pay. Take your food. So anyways, yeah, better to avoid fights if you can. I'm in California, in Los Angeles. Man, this wind is not blowing like it normally does. Yes, it has working AC, but the problem is the vents don't switch. They're stuck on defrost, which isn't really a big problem. I almost never run the AC. I started to the other day on my drive to Hansen Dam because there was a bunch of smoke in the air. I was a little worried about breathing in smoke, so I rolled up the windows, turned on the AC. But yeah, the vents are stuck up, so that's another thing I want to fix at some point. It's not a big deal because I almost never use the AC at all. If I use anything, it's the heat for just a minute or two in the morning. If there's condensation on the window from me sleeping in it, and I'll just wipe down the window, and whatever I don't manage to wipe down, I'll run the heat on defrost, and it takes like a minute to get off, if that. But I'd like the AC to be able to use the vents because, first of all, if I ever need it, but if I drive somewhere far and I have the GPS running on my phone, the sun fucking bakes this phone, bakes the dash. I want AC running against the phone. So right now I can't have that. Yeah, Ohio's got a lot of poverty and stuff. Esteban, what did I say about that video? Do I need to say it again? I don't think that's funny, what you're talking about. No, I'm not going anywhere north unless I have some film work there. Or I had a lot of disposable income and I knew I could just film and travel. Because I want to stay in LA. I don't want to spend much money traveling anywhere. I don't know where's safe to stay. Hell, I didn't even know. I don't know much about the rest of California. At least in LA. Even before I came here, I figured I'll find places to sleep. It was a little hard at first. I didn't know about North Hollywood, Burbank, the Valley. I didn't even know LA really had mountains. When they said Beverly Hills, I was like, I thought that was just like a figure of speech, you know? But I figured I'll find places to sleep somehow, even though I think back to it now and I'm like, man, what the hell? Like, I lucked out, you know? In a way, because I really didn't know what I was doing. But also, you can't find anything online about the stuff that I know about sleeping here. If anyone asked, where do you sleep in LA, do it safely, I never say Hollywood, West Hollywood, I say Burbank, North Hollywood, the Valley. You find areas like that, there's tons of places to sleep in your car. Don't bother with, you know, Hollywood, West Hollywood, find Koreatown and find spots in here, downtown. It's a nightmare finding stuff there. I don't care. Either way, I'm not interested in that stuff, that subject. That's a lost subject to me. All the best, though. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. So, yeah. I'm back on my bullshit now that my food stamp card's out, and got to get food from the food bank. And the thing is, they don't always have food that I can eat as a whole meal, basically. So, that's alright, you know. I'm making do. So I got to figure out how to fix the vents on this car. Could it be just the servo that controls the vents? In which case, could I get one from a junkyard and take my chances on it, see if it works? If not, could it be something else and I got to get it fixed? You know, I don't know. I'd rather see if I can do it myself, though. I don't know. What do you mean, how much do you get for one person? I don't know what that means. My feet are itchy. They're so warm. The damn bottom of the car is so hot. Oh, food stamps. I don't know if it's the same for every person. I get about $195 a month. For some reason, I don't get the cash anymore on it. I used to get like $20 a month in cash. And now, like last month, they didn't add anything. So you can charge little things to cash. I forget what I got with it, like toothbrushes or something. Some other stuff. I really can't remember. Or I think I got more food with it, but it was about $195 a month for me, or it still is. But I have to, you know, if I get a job, I have to report it right away, and you know, see if I'm still eligible for them, And the job may only be 6 months, but they have other jobs as well. So maybe I'll work a job even after the 6 months, you know, if I just like the money. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. No, I'm not thinking of living in a trailer. I like having a car. Trailer, too hard to park everywhere. I want to be able to drive downtown and park places that are accessible to most people. Trailers, you cannot park them a lot of places, especially downtown LA, where it's tough to drive those. You got to have nerve, and you got to be very careful. And also way more expensive to maintain. It's not for me. And certain places, people do not want you to park there, and they'll harass you for parking there. I'd much rather have a sedan. I'm not answering that. What kind of movie I would make? I'd make my movies. That's the answer. God damn, my feet are itchy. Let's see, can I sleep in my car tonight, or is it going to be too hot? I feel like it might be okay. No, it's not cool enough. That's a problem. And also, the other weird thing is, I gotta have my windows rolled way down to be cool enough to sleep. When it's like that, the air blowing in my mouth, you know, I freak, you know, I can't sleep like that with air blowing on my face. It used to be like that when I lived in Arlington. There was a vent up in the ceiling, and it would blow onto my face where I was sleeping, and I would constantly wake up because of it. I eventually realized I had to shut off that vent when I was going to sleep with the air conditioning. And so I got to have the windows down, but then wind blows on my face, and I wake up with dry mouth and stuff, and I have a headache, and I got to urinate so freaking bad because I don't have enough electrolytes or whatever, and I'm not eating much. And it's basically a whole unpleasant ordeal when it's this hot in a heat wave. Yes, it's not really hot right now, it's night, but my car absorbs heat throughout the day, and it doesn't cool down enough, and the air outside is still not cool enough. Hey, Yosh Monster. They do have solar-powered phone chargers, but they're not that good from what I've seen. So they're expensive. They don't charge your phone enough. You need a big surface area to get lots of a charge. So it's kind of pointless unless you're camping, basically, and you're out in the sun all day. But yeah, trailers, I feel like you got to really understand, like really know how to live in a trailer to do it, because you got to know where it's safe to go. Oh, my feet are so fucking itchy. I got to take my socks off. Okay, damn, it's better. You know, and I like being able to get around, and I just like having a sedan, and I can't afford a trailer. The hell am I gonna use to pay for a trailer? I can barely afford a new radiator on my car. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. Hey, Ace. Short of it, Ace, the mount, the housing on the top of the radiator where the radiator cap goes, has had a little bit of cracking, flaking, dry rot, so the radiator cap won't seal properly. It gets somewhat tight, but doesn't lock on. The little notch where it would lock, it would hit the prongs, like basically that would sink in and turn almost like a, you know, like this, like a water bottle cap. It would turn, but it would hit a notch where it would lock. The notch kind of flaked off a while ago. I don't know how long ago, months ago, maybe before I ever got the car. And I know some of it came off when I replaced the radiator cap, and basically I think it's venting out coolant slowly because it can't make a tight enough seal. So I need a new radiator is what I think. I could get one for $100. I just need one or two more sockets, but I may just buy a whole socket set because I don't know if I have all the sizes that I need. And I need a few other things. Nordic Rider was talking about the seals, the bushings, the gaskets and stuff. Maybe a temperature sensor for the condenser fan. And a drain pan, a big plastic jug to put the coolant in to properly dispose of it. So the whole thing may cost me around $200 or so, if that, or around there. And I'll just do it myself and film it. I can't do it yet. Fortunately, it's not an emergency, but the more I drive, you know, the more the risk of this radiator, which is now, I know it's starting to crack because the top cracked. Maybe that doesn't mean the rest of it's cracking, but if it's already cracking, it's time to get a new one. This car has just hit 180,000 miles like yesterday or today. So it's fine. $100 radiator with a limited lifetime warranty. May very well last the rest of this car's life. And I'll just put it on myself and film it. And I've watched tutorials on it. Doesn't seem that hard at all. It's just, you know, just know the steps you're doing. And just a little tedious. You have to jack it up and drain the scrape guard or whatever. I mean, take off the scrape guard underneath, drain out the coolant into a drain pan, dispose of it properly, and you know, put everything back together. That's it. And then just burp the radiator like 3 times. Make sure you get all the air out. So it's all simple enough. Yep, time for a new one. That's right. Yeah, so that's the thing. The top of it's cracking, so I can't lock the radiator cap on. So I think it's very slowly venting coolant, but it could be doing it faster over time. So I got the car last November, and I put on, I realized it was overheating like 2 months ago or so, and I put on a new radiator cap and filled it with coolant. And then, man, I'm in the weirdo part of the street, and I parked here because, whatever, I had to park here. And now in like the last 2 months, I haven't been driving it much, just like maybe 8-10 miles a day, if that, roughly that. And what the fuck is this? Some fucking party on the street? And the radiator cap, basically it just keeps turning. It'll get somewhat tight, but it won't lock. So that top of the fuck, I keep messing up my calendar. I just got a notification for the job orientation I went to this morning. I keep putting it at night. This new Google Calendar is such a piece of shit. I don't even know how to pick out the day and stuff. It's like you have to go in the month to pick the day. It's like, I see the day right there. Why can't I just pick it? Then I have to pick the month, then the day, and apparently this is the second time I've hit it at night. And I didn't know that. Fortunately, I remembered just barely to go to the job orientation this morning that was online. So yeah, I need a new radiator more than likely. So the thing is, I have to get a job. Next week I'm going to get placed with a counselor at this job placement firm. So they'll help me get a job. I'm trying to get this one disinfecting buildings. If I get it, I'll be driving around a lot because it's different buildings. So then I'll be potentially overheating the car even more or draining coolant. I have lots of coolant in the trunk, but you know, it's a tricky thing. I don't want to be trapped out on the highway and risk blowing a head gasket if I can't pull over. So that's the thing. It's like I want to get a new radiator as soon as possible, get the tools, everything, and get it taken care of so that I don't have to worry about it. It's the worst, most uncomfortable thing to deal with on a car, to know it's overheating and be panicked that it's going to destroy the engine, the head gasket. Hey, Half-Blind Gamer. Why would a job give me money for car maintenance? They're not going to do that. They're like, drive to fucking work. Hey, Ono Life, or Oh No Life, oh. Nordic Writer, I have a text program on my phone called like Picture Title or Ad Title or something. Just look up in whatever store online you have for the App Store and look how to title pictures, and that's how I do it. So I can just add text and shapes and stuff, or even a second picture, which I've never gotten that to work, but no, I'm just going to be driving to buildings to disinfect them. Wow. Oh No Life, thank you for the donation. $4.99, appreciate it. Yes, SoCal Kevin, the radiator cap won't lock onto the top of the radiator. It's cracked and a little brittle, so the notch where it locked broke off. And it's probably an old radiator, and it's cheap plastic. So it may be venting out slowly, because the radiator cap can't totally seal the coolant inside. 18 people here, cool. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. Oh, and I want to get the AT205 or whatever it is Scotty Kilmer recommended to spray. It's like a rubber preserver that makes rubber hoses and stuff stay loose and pliable so they don't get brittle and cracked. So I want to spray that on the radiator hoses too. I could get that soon actually, but I want to get it all together, so I use my AutoZone rewards card to actually get all the points I can on that. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, Nordic Writer, but yeah, apparently it's something like that where I'm going to have to like clean buildings that may have Trump virus contamination on them. Thank you, Half-Blind Gamer. Where are you? It's 7 a.m. there? It's 9 p.m. here. What are you, in Spain or Portugal? Oh, I smell dirty smelling cigarettes. I don't want to say that too loud. Insult someone's cigarettes. Finally, the wind is blowing. I don't speak Greek, Half-Blind Gamer, but what are you, in Greece? Dude, I can't take it. This person, you know, they have mental issues. You know, they look rough. They're sleeping on the street for a while. I've seen this person around, but she keeps like kind of pacing around and stuff. It's just a little weird. Get out of this part of the street. What do you mean, do I ask for money? I don't panhandle, if that's what you mean. I've never panhandled. But people do donate money to me, though. Alright, time to get off this part of the street. Oh, that fucking pig in this BMW in front of me starts slamming on the gas just to stop at a stop sign. Yeah, my little dick. feels better when I hit the gas hard. How is that fun? Alright. Yeah, man, one nice thing about sleeping indoors, not having to go through 3 to 5 water bottles a night, urinating like an insane person. By the way, Nordic Rider, where do I get all those gaskets and stuff and seals and everything for the Radiator? I don't know if they'll have all those at AutoZone. Maybe I'll have to get them at, maybe they have them at AutoZone, but I'm thinking I may have to buy them online. Hell, I may just buy everything online. I hate waiting in line at AutoZone. It's so uncomfortable when there's other jerks waiting in line, and you never know who's mad and who's, you know, gonna take forever with their question, and, you know. Oh, shit, I know it's so dark here. Let me see if I can get somewhere with a street light over me. Yeah, I can sort of. 17 people here, that's cool. Okay, a little more light. Oh shit, let me back up a little more. Good enough. AutoZone, Amazon, eBay. Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I can check the. I can check the. Hey, I've given plenty of money to panhandlers, because how else are they going to make money? It's hard enough for me to get a job, being homeless. And I, you know, basically I'm able to apply. I'm able to be clean and stuff. But also, it's because I have a laptop and I can go to Sunspace and use it. If I had no way of using my laptop, it's a lot harder applying on your phone, and you know, having my documents, my resume and stuff. And then on top of that, I was lucky. I needed to provide for this job placement company today my birth certificate, social security card, one or the other. So I was able to have my brother, not the violent abuser, racist one, but my other brother, take a picture of him at my mom's house and send him to me because they'll accept that. So that helped a lot. But a lot of people, how are you going to apply for jobs? You don't have an address. How do you get an address when you don't have an address? A lot of people have to use a homeless shelter for that. And that doesn't look good on a resident. You know, it's all kinds of problems. So I've given plenty of money to homeless people, even when I've been broke. And if I don't have money to give it to them, I'll say, I'm sorry, I like to help, but I'm broke. I have a mailbox that I use. Although I don't like ordering too much there because it's actually not a big place. And if you don't pick up your packages soon, they might throw them out, because if their facility where I rent my mailbox from gets filled up. I got that email once. Now, I didn't have any packages then, but they said, everyone pick up your packages because we're running out of room for packages now. It's not a big office they have where they store people's packages. So you can imagine if I bought a radiator and all these parts, I mean, I would just pick them up the next day, but holy shit, that fucking truck is blowing by me. It was like inches from me. That's all. It's just kind of tedious for me to pick up mail there. And they're real fucking strict about everything with the procedure at this mailbox place, man. But it's, how do you get a mailbox if you're homeless? To get a mailbox, you need a pre-existing address. I was lucky someone was letting me use his address here. How do you get that if you don't have one? You try and use a shelter. To use a shelter, you got to work with them, coordinate with them. It's a mess. So anyway, I don't want to rant about that. Thank you, Half-Blind Gamer. Appreciate it. Yeah, it is easy on a Camry. It's really easy. So that's a good thing. Basically, just got to jack it up. I forget, do I even have a jack? I got to check. I had one on my old car, and I've replaced spare tires before, but I forget if I transferred it to this car or if I just have one in there. I got to check on that too. I can't even remember because my old car was destroyed. I can't remember if I was able to get that out. I hope I did. But yeah, I'll check. Actually, I'll check AutoZone. The good thing is they deliver to the store. So why deliver to my mailbox? Just go pick up everything at the store. So I'm going to order the radiator there, whatever else I need. Maybe I'll just order every fucking thing I need. The temperature sensor, even if I don't need it. You know, why not just have it? Or they may have them in the store already. But basically all the parts I want ready at AutoZone, and I'll park nearby or maybe in the parking lot itself and just work on it there. Yeah, SoCal Kevin, I saw that video. Yeah, Nordic Rider, I can't remember what's under the trunk. I haven't looked at it in so long because my trunk is filled up with stuff. Will I be able to sleep in my car tonight? I'm trying to imagine it now. Is it going to be too warm? The thing is, it feels okay now, but I cannot roll up the windows. When I can't roll up the windows, yeah, the temperature gets all right. It's still kind of warm out. But the wind blowing on me makes it so hard to sleep. I'm such a light sleeper. So it's really hard if I have wind blowing on my face, even a light breeze blowing on my face. It gets hard to sleep, and I wake up and I'm dehydrated and I have to urinate hard. I'm in pain, I'm confused and disoriented. I'm reaching around for the light up here so I can, you know, hit the, get a water bottle, and if the water bottle's full like this, I'll have to, try and drink some because I'm so damn thirsty, then pour it out quick. I'm like, yeah, come on, go, and then I gotta go in it, so it's nice to have a bathroom to sleep in. Yeah, I might just do it near the shop, which fortunately it would be easy to do. There's lots of parking near AutoZone. My mom's doing all right. Zamex, thank you. $19.99 donations, appreciate it. Call Michael? Who's Michael? I don't know. I'm not calling my brother, if that's who you're talking about. I'm guessing you mean Michael Green. But thank you so much for the donation, yes. Anyways, appreciate it. Yeah, it's tough sleeping in my car. It's not that warm, but even a few degrees too warm, I can't sleep well. It's really tough, and on top of that, getting dehydrated, disoriented. I'm in pain because I have to go to the bathroom so bad. I wake up, it's really uncomfortable. Click like everyone helps the video out. Oh, awesome! Another 99. Oh my good, 9.99. Oh my goodness. And yeah, you meant kid behind the camera. Yeah. You know what? Pickle Boy does help. He's helped. First of all, he's helped me get I don't know how many views on my channel, tens of thousands, and he's helped me get thousands of new subscribers because we've worked on a bunch of videos together now. And I got to meet Angry Grandpa. I don't. Oh man, it makes me sad to think he's gone sometimes. But He's actually donated recently to me, and he did it publicly, so I can say it. He donated on 2 videos within the last year, and he donated on one last month. He did it in the chat, in a super chat. He donated like 75 bucks or something. So yeah, he does help. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. The donations on YouTube, they go through fucking Google, so you can imagine. Google takes 30% of them. So they take, it seemed like they used to take more. I swear, when I would get donations on Super Chats, on top of the ad revenue I got, it seemed like I got less than my normal, like, it seemed like, I don't know how to describe it, calculate. Say I got $20 in Super Chats, and say I would normally get $5 a day in ad revenue or something. I would see my revenue from that day total with everything, super chat and ad revenue, it's all put together. And instead of just even like, okay, you'd say 60% of $20, whatever that is, $13, $14 plus the $5 a day average, which is not average now. It's like it always changes. But so that would be what, $18 or so? Somehow on a day like that, it would seem like I would have like $13 in donations. I'm like, how the fuck did I get that little? How did Google take that much? Lately, it's not as bad though. So I think I don't know if they lowered it or what. So it's like 30% now, or I just don't know what I'm talking about, which could be true. Wow, thank you Zamex for asking. Yes, I do have Cash App and Venmo. So those are in the description. If you want to donate, I really appreciate it. Thank you. You don't have to. You donated plenty. So OC Chad, all right. Congratulations on the snacks, man. No, I'm not doing van life stuff. That's for other people. Plenty of people doing that. I'm sedan life. And, you know, at a certain point, it would be nice to have a home. But I'm not terribly worried about it. Yeah, that's the thing. Vans are a lot of maintenance, a lot of gas. I don't really need it. I like having a sedan. Really, I wish I had a smaller car. I wish I had a Corolla with a sunroof, and I wish I had a manual seat instead of this power one, because I know this is going to break at some point, you know? It's either going to break, or the other thing, it's just a pain. It's too slow waiting for it to lower when I've got to, when I want to lie back and sleep. So sit there, do the whole procedure for 10 seconds or something. But, you know, it's fine. I won't complain too much because otherwise it's a solid car. And repairs are easy. So maybe the other thing, I should get to add money on my AutoZone rewards card and get more coupons or whatever, is when I got to put this in my notes. I got a list of notes of everything I need to buy to replace the radiator. Headlights. So that if these headlights, when they go out, I'll have new ones in the trunk to put in. My old Honda Civic, I used to have to replace the headlights, it seemed like every 4 to 6 months or something. They were constantly burning out. Maybe I was getting cheap headlights, I don't know. But they were such a hassle, and they're easy to put in. Every time I would forget exactly how, and sometimes I would be trying to it's hard to unclip them. And so I would clip them in, put them in very loose. But it was like I had to, I would always accidentally go for the high beams. And I'd spend like 5 to 10 minutes at 2 in the morning trying to get the high beams out. I'm like, oh shit, that's the wrong one. I want the regular lights. But that's the other thing I gotta remember to get, headlights in my car. Thanks, OC Chad. Well, glad you're enjoying yourself. Nordic Rider, I don't know what you're asking exactly, but I did several videos with Pickle Boy and Grandpa, and they were a lot of fun. They were really great. Wow, cool. Amazon pays for your school? That's crazy. I mean, that's great. I'm trying to stop saying crazy so much. It's a lazy word. Appreciate it, Zamex. That's really great. All right, half-blind gamer. You know what? Last time I was in Greece, I was feeding stray cats a lot too. There was this mother cat and her little baby cats that were the way, you know, basically my grandparents, where we were at their house, it was almost like, to describe the houses there, because it's not like houses here that are separated. It was basically built into the hillside, almost like a hobbit hole or something. But you know, it was like concrete or whatever. But it was going up these very long steps. So it wasn't steps like a regular staircase. These were steps that were like, whatever, 3 to 5 feet long or something. And it was very gradual hill with these steps going up, and the houses were going up into the hill too. My grandparents were right at the bottom, at the front of the water, at the sea, and so the roofs, you could walk right up and see the roof and walk onto the roof, because the roof would be at the level of just a few steps up. And on the roof there was a stray cat with her kittens. And so I would catch fish in the sea and bring the fish. And you know, at first the mother cat, she didn't trust me, so it's like I would just toss the fish, kind of creep away, and I'd see her eventually, once I was far enough out of sight, run towards the fish. I kept coming every day, dropping off fish, or however many days I did it. We were there for a month. I don't know if I did it every single day. I would drop off fish that I would catch, and it got to the point where she came out more quickly, and then she would just come out whenever she saw me, whether I had fish or not. And then I would drop them off there. The kittens never trusted me enough, but the mother would bring the fish back to her kittens, I think. Lots of stray cats in Greece. After my car accident, Nordic Rider, Medi-Cal paid for my medical bills, my emergency room bill. I got signed up for it automatically at the hospital when I didn't have health insurance. Cool, half-blind gamer. Alright, have fun. OC Chad, it's hot out here. I can't sleep in my car. I may sleep at someone's place tonight. Well, I appreciate it, Nordic Rider. You don't have to donate, you know. Just watch and like the video. Man, I don't know how much I want to keep live streaming, and yet I keep doing it. So, you know, maybe I'll keep doing. I don't want to be like a live streamer YouTuber. I'd rather make my videos and put them out and forget all about them. But this works too. Holy crap! It's 9:24 already. Almost said 9:24. I don't know what caused the accident, Nordic Rider. I have to assume they were drunk, because they crashed into my car. I was parked on the side of the road, just like I am here, on a different street, a quiet little industrial street with a stop sign like 15 feet behind me, or 25 feet or something. And it was a low speed limit, 2:30 in the morning. Someone crashed into the rear of my car, just demolished the rear of it. So it looked like a can opener opened up the rear of the car. There was some stuff I just couldn't get out of the trunk because the metal was like pinched in on stuff. I had antifreeze in the trunk that gotten burst open, and laundry detergent like spilled everywhere, and it was a mess. So, you know, I have to assume, and from what I learned about the person, they were a younger person. That just pretty much, you know, tells me, yeah, they were out partying. How the hell else do you drive like that in a street like that where there's no clubs or bars nearby? You know, they were either at a friend's house drinking, or they were at a club or something farther away and were driving back home drunk. Again, I'm guessing. I'm not saying definitively. Thank you, Nordic Rider. Thank you, OC Chad. You always like the video. Appreciate it. 1225 where you live. I don't know what you're talking about, OC Chad. I'm not down with that kind of lingo. I don't even understand it. So another week, basically, and then I will be able to talk to my counselor at the job placement firm, and then I'll be able to I'll be further along in the application process and figure out what my job prospect is. And they said, it's pretty much guaranteed I'll get one as long as I follow through with the application, because they just want to see you're dedicated enough to apply. This is a place to help people who struggle to find jobs and keep jobs and stuff. So perfect for me. And this will be my first real job in over a year. I've been very fortunate that in the last year, over a year, I have not had to work hardly a single real job. I did for one day, 6 hours, I did inventory, and then I got the flu at this upscale kitchen appliance shop that I just would not fucking ever fit into. But I made $90 that day, and then I caught the flu and was in the emergency room for 12 hours waiting to get a freaking Tylenol, or whatever it was they gave me. Yeah, Tylenol, I think. And I had a fever, and it was horrible. But other than that, I basically haven't had a real job in over a year. I've just been working on film sets and YouTube, and editing videos. Edited a few videos for people here and there. I talked to Noel at Sunspace. The video I've been editing for him for months is just about ready. I just have to make a few more little changes, actually, and he's going to put it on YouTube, he said. So I'll let everyone know when that's up, and go watch it. It's fun. It's something we filmed at Sunspace, and I actually didn't film it. I've just been editing it for months, but I was there when they filmed it. You'll see what it is. And go support Sunspace on Facebook and Instagram. Follow them. Just search Sunspace or Sunland Sunspace, and you'll find it. And watch their Twitch streams, because they're great, and it helps keep them going while they're shut down. They can't have audiences in their building for the pandemic, and they're helping me out by letting me go there almost every day, to work, to charge my phone, take a shit, work on my laptop, apply to jobs, and hopefully they're able to stay around for a while, because it's better than having an apartment being there. And Noel's being so generous letting me stay there. So go support him. Holy crap, this woman is just standing in the middle of the street as the truck's going by. Bunch of weird stuff around here. And they're doing amazing stuff with their streaming. I did some training today on OBS to know how to run their live streams, because I'm going to be helping run them on their Thursday night jazz shows occasionally, and they're going to do some Saturday night shows as well. Their Tuesday night ones are the variety show. Those are great, and you can call in and talk to the extremely local meteorologist, Austin Drizzle, as he's called, and ask him questions, and his answers are freaking hilarious. You gotta call in. I've called in twice and asked. It's Noel who plays him. I called in last night. I was able to catch the end of Unusual Tuesdays, and it's just a great show, and it's like this incredibly well-produced thing that is so underseen. Like, maybe on a given night, a few dozen people will watch on Twitch, and yet this is easily the production value of something that has 50,000 viewers. It is so well done. They have multiple cameras, green screens, live musicians, audio-visual stuff, pre-filmed video bits, all these costumes and more surreal stuff. It is so good, so you got to check it out. Go see it. Go watch it. 9:30. I'm ready to sleep. I thought I slept in today. I was like, oh man, I'm ready to sleep in. I got up, and for me, sleeping in was 6 o'clock in the morning, because I got in real late last night when I finally got to sleep. Oh, excuse me. And another thing I'd like on this car at some point, I don't really need it. The car's so bouncy. Struts. It needs struts. That I'm not trying to put on myself. Yeah, this lady's like almost dancing in the middle of the street. I'm not trying to like bring attention to her or anything. Zamex, wow, donating again? You gotta go to bed, it's 12:30, hopefully stream more, I'll download Cash App. Download Cash App, then all your money goes to me instead of YouTube taking a big cut. But thank you so much, though. That's amazing. Keep donating. Wow, I guess Amazon's taking care of you there. They should still pay you more, though. But thank you. $14.99 again after you donated so much. That's enough. You don't need to donate anymore. You're good. Everyone else, no, I won't. I'm not gonna say donate like Zamex has. But thank you so much. That's wow. I don't want to get too in my head about it. Like I can't believe you would donate that much. But thank you. By the way, with what I'm learning about OBS, I want to stream someday. I want to get a good streaming rig and do my own gaming streams with my mom, or like what they're doing at Sunspace. But it's amazing because they're all volunteers. Again, it's like the crew of a, holy shit, Zamex. Another $14.99. Dude, how does Amazon take care of you that well? Hey, if you're going to donate more, save it. Hold on to it. Donate it on Cash App. Please, seriously. YouTube takes 30% of this. Save it. But you don't have to donate anymore. I appreciate it. Donated enough. And $69. Man, I feel like that's just time to retire the stream right there. $69. That's what I should go for every stream. $69. But thank you. That's amazing. Wow. You picked the perfect number. Thank you so much, Zamex. That's really a lot. So, Amazon better be taking good care of you. I know they don't pay for whatever they're paying for your school and stuff. They're still not paying enough. But that's really great. Thank you. Again, save it for Cash App if you're going to donate anymore. But you don't have to donate anymore, though. Donate. What? Thank you, though. All right. Yeah, so I forget what I was saying. But, yeah, I could use some struts on the car at some point. Whatever. I'm not too worried about it. And get the vents on my air conditioning fixed, because it's stuck in defrost. So, that I'm going to try and do myself. I'll see if I'm successful at it. If not, screw it. Pay a mechanic, but I want to fix as much as possible by myself and film it. Excuse me. I'm going to pause the stream real quick. I want to check my messages about something. I'll be right back. Okay, check my messages. That's good. Can't believe I've been going for 2 hours. Feels like 10 minutes. OC Chad, I don't know. I may get going here soon, I think. I want to see... Yeah, do I want to try and sleep in my car? Let me roll up my windows and see how warm it feels. I think it's going to be too warm. And it's just weird also, not only the wind blowing in the car with the windows down, but I can hear everything on the street. And when I'm falling in and out of consciousness, I get so, like dissociated when I hear loud noises, either yelling, which happens sometimes, or cars and motorcycles revving up down the street, which they do a lot. Let's see. That's too warm. I already know it. Yes, I have covers for my windows. I have them made out of cardboard. You can't find cardboard laying around anywhere in California because people make money donating it. In Virginia, you can't, in most states, you can't, fuck, this key's jammed up. You can't get, paid for recycling, like, 5 cents a pound or whatever. So, it was easy to find in Virginia. There was a whole trash bin full of packed up cardboard. I just took some out and cut it up and spray painted it black to put in my windows. But I had to buy it from a box store here in LA, so I paid like $13 or whatever for it. But yeah, I put it up in the windows. I cut it out with a box cutter, spray painted them black, and I just put them in the windows. Lately, I'm not doing it as much because I need the windows rolled down. It is hot with this heat wave. Yeah, Nordic Rider, would graphite spray work for that? And I think the key's getting messed up because really it's the driver's door lock is getting jammed up in there, and I'm having to shove the key in, pull it out, and I know that's not good for the key. So why did I just hold up the key to do that? That was so dumb. Like, but I'm thinking maybe graphite spray is worth a try. I don't know, because supposedly that's kind of safe to use. Yeah, it is too warm. Sleep in my car unless I'm going to be uncomfortable all night. There's a stray cat. If I had some sardines, I'd try and give it to the cat. Just toss him some sardines. Ignition lubricant. So is that different from graphite? I don't know. Let me see if I really need that, because yeah, it's kind of gets stuck unless I turn it a little bit. Shit, man, that's not good. Fuck. And also, I want a spare key made because my last one broke off in the trunk. I don't know who's Gerald, but no, I want to watch all of Herzog's films, but wait, did Werner Herzog direct Strozek? I don't remember, but yeah, I'd like to watch German films. I've barely seen any in my life. Anyways, it's almost 10 o'clock, or it's 9:40. I'm going to get going. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Bye.